Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is KPZ. You are here on the home of the slightly above average ship review. Out of the archives with a match in Northern Waters. It is a domination match and it appears to have legendary ships in here. So we are down tier in the Roma. The Roma Aroma. Let's see, I'm pulling up some stats here. Wows, Builds, Legends, one of my favorite sites to get you guys stats on the various ships. The damage record for the Roma, which we will not approach, is 253,856. The base XP record for the Roma, which we will not approach, is 4,602. All right, the torpedo reduction of the Roma, 38%. Base stat values, by the way, Sigma 1.8. So the destroyers we've been looking at recently are Sigma values of 2. So I would say 1.8 sounds like it is really good. Fires per minute, 1.83. That's kind of terrible. Arming threshold for the armor-piercing shells, 63 millimeters. And I want to say there's one more stat I wanted to give you. And I can't remember what it was. All right. So we're going to stop talking about stats because I'm lining up the Buffalo, folks. I'm going to punch the Buffalo so hard that I believe the Buffalo player is going to rage quit as a result of this punch. So the Italian Stallion winding up for our first big salvo. We zero in, we aim. There it goes, all three turrets. And we'll just wait for the results. Boom shalaka. All right, definitely smashed him very hard. Almost 30,000 damage, a couple of Citadel hits. And it is my belief that because of that salvo, the Buffalo player quit the match. And you will see that. At the end of the game, you will see my proof and belief. All right, so I selected some stats here for the Roma, and we will go over them at some point in this match. All right, so we're doing a big turn here because I felt that going out on the other side of Alpha would be a mistake. We will toss a shot at the Alaska. And then I see the Frederick de Grosse here, so I believe any minute now going to engage this rolling smoke and use it to mask my movements. And we will use that time to talk about the stat comparison of the Roma in today's game. We are comparing 29 battleships at tier 7. Hit points, the Roma base value 15 out of 29, right in the middle. The number one ship is the Flandre, 75,400. Firing range, the Roma is 22nd. Does not have good firing range, but we did hit the Flandre. Was that a Flandre? No, Frederick de Grosse. We did hit the Frederick de Grosse pretty good there. No Citadel hits, but we did punch him, and he died shortly thereafter. All right, so the firing range of the Roma is not great in the lower third. Armor-piercing DPM, number one ship. Kansas, 262,588. The Roma is 17th with 216,000 as a base value. Secondary range, the top ship is Bismarck Black, 7.7. And Roma is 21st with 5.0. Quite frankly, there's an absolute ton of ships with 5.0. Max AA damage per second, the Georgia is first with 649. As we zero in on the other Frederick de Grosse, we already hit him once for a big chunk of damage, and I'm just lining him up here with the second salvo to see if we can finish him off. But I gotta say, I don't know if it's the Roma shells aren't great or the Citadel was just hard for me to find. I thought I would Citadel the Frederick de Grosse and kill him, and I did not, and that was disappointing. And then we go to get the third turret on target, and that didn't work. So now I'm working on a reload for the Buffalo, who's sitting dead in the water from when I smashed him. And he gets taken out. So we didn't get that kill either. All right, back to the stats. Max AA DPS again, Georgia first, 649. And the Roma is 22nd with 297. Again, not very good numbers there. So you're not seeing a lot of outstanding stuff from the Roma here. Below average firing range, low secondary range, low AA DPS, middle of the roadish hit points. The only thing it really has going for it is it has okay armor piercing damage per minute. All right, and the ability to mount SAP, which I don't think I fire. I don't have SAP mounted, but more importantly, I don't think we fire any of it in this match. All right, so that is the Roma stats that you didn't get in any other Roma video because I was not proactive enough to search out those stats beforehand. There is a destroyer. We can see him through the rocks. He poses no threat to us here in the Roma. Here's the Alaska again, searching for a citadel, turning away a little bit. I mean, it's good damage. It's not great damage. You know how old this video is? There are only 4 hit ribbons there for our salvo, not 5 like you have now. So truly out of the archives here with the Roma. Do take a good shot from the Alaska there. Secondary starting to kick in. We're just going to go bow on here, and I'm going to try to line up the Alaska for a good shot. He ran to the island, kind of beached himself into this little part where it's very hard to maneuver out of. So at some point here, we're just going to line him up with all 3 and let go again. Secondary's continuing to fire. I should have waited. That was a terrible angle. I should have waited till like right now, and I would have smashed him. But that didn't happen, and he's not smashing me either. Here we're increasing that angle between ourselves and him. So if he did shoot at me, in theory it would negate some of that damage. But turning like this allows my secondary to really go hog wild on him, as you can see. And then we'll fire up into the superstructure here to get our first kill. 119,445 damage to this point in the match. All right, looking around, one of the last remaining enemy ships gets killed. And guess what, folks? Our team is going to pitch a shutout in this out-of-the-archives match with the Roma. We are not going to lose a single blue ship to the red team today. And that is always something to be happy about. But yeah, there's the assisted base cap, and there is the death of the red team's last ship. All right, here we are, my favorite screen, the victory screen. 119,444 total damage. 1 kill, a couple citadel hits, a handful of cap defended flags, and an assisted base cap. We ended up with 503,694 silver and 5397 ship XP and commander XP in the Roma. There we are at the top of the board, 2767 base XP, leading the way for our team. As you can see, the Buffalo at the bottom of the board for the enemy team, a 0, which means he quit out of the match. Quitters never win, son. All right, I hope you enjoyed this out of the archives match on the Roma. If you did enjoy it, hit that like button. I will see you in the next video, everybody. Thanks for watching.